fantastic clash of styles.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one will be contested over 3 rounds in the flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he represents Big House MMA, SHEA HAMMOND. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, this man represents 10th Planet in Banbury, ZAC.
Cameraman. Here we go, ZAC Ford. I was just saying, Steve, ZAC Ford coming off a very impressive round 1 armbar win against Ralph Asmat Bekov, Battle Arena Birmingham.
You can't undersell the 10th Planet Banbury style.
I think it's an issue though with SHEA HAMMOND. There's such, I mean, Team Bakehouse, they're so well known for their fantastic boxing. You've got to give maybe a slight advantage, at least on paper, to the striking for SHEA HAMMOND, and then a slight advantage for the grappling for ZAC Ford.
Even without striking, that left hook and then a right hand right through the middle.
That's classic boxing, that, Steve. Especially, he's doing a good job of keeping his foot offline, dealing with the southpaw ZAC Ford. Nice leg kick.
SHEA HAMMOND doing well to bother the legs there and try to get ZAC Ford to step in for a counter.
Hammond looking to parry and counter.
Ford shifting well.
Oh, again, the same combination, Steve. That left hook cross is money.
He's eating 2 right hands. That's brutal. Another low kick there from SHEA HAMMOND.
Yeah, he's trying to find space with nice shots.
Woo. Spoke briefly to SHEA HAMMOND in the cage. He says he's the mixed martial artist's mixed martial artist. He's happy to mix it up anywhere. He wondered where that right hook from Ford came from. Maybe
that left hook right hand. That's all he's needed this fight is SHEA HAMMOND, but I think he did get hurt in this earlier on. A little bit of an eye poke.
Yeah, ZAC Ford is still in there.
I thought ZAC Ford might be looking for a, an early takedown, but sometimes you've seen the 10th Planet guys rush the grappling. Looking a lot more measured as ZAC Ford.
This
tripped.
The thing is with that left hook there of SHEA HAMMOND, it opens up that shot to the lead leg for ZAC Ford, so maybe something that he can look to get going a little later in the fight, but SHEA HAMMOND is so strong there. You see him pick him up and just dump him right there.
It's the one thing maybe we've seen a slight weakness for the 10th Planet guys. They're so good on the ground, so good stood up on the striking. It's just those little bits in between. I know they've been working with Tom Creasy, he's been over there helping them work on it. But some of that cage work, some of that wrestling.
It's a fine art, Chris.
Yeah.
It takes.
It does take a long time.
It takes a lot of drilling.
SHEA HAMMOND tries to step over that leg. ZAC Ford brings his foot back through for this single butterfly hook, looking for rubber guard. It's so annoying when the cage is there, Steve. It kills a lot of this rubber guard game because you just can't stretch back, as it were. You need more flexibility if your head is stuck up.
Yes. All right. And he goes back into like a more traditional guard, does ZAC Ford. It is difficult for him now to move his hips. SHEA HAMMOND doing well to keep his head onto the cage here to prevent any sort of hip movement here from ZAC Ford. He peppers the body with a right hook there.
And this is the difference between like jiu-jitsu, like sub-only jiu-jitsu, say, and MMA jiu-jitsu. SHEA HAMMOND is not trying to pass in this position. He's just trying to put pressure on him. Now he's trying to pass. Almost a leg entry of Daly Huber.
That armbar attempt.
Yep. Oh, feisty after the bell. Now, Steve, I need your opinion on that stoppage earlier on, the Von Flue choke. What was your opinion on it?
I saw some stiff legs there, Chris.
I saw some stiff legs too. Well, I was actually over in one of the corners for that one. I wasn't commentating, and from the other side of the cage, I could see his eyes, and I saw his eyes roll, and then his legs dropped and went stiff. But it was a pretty quick stoppage. I'll say that as well for the other corner.
It's hard to tell when that unless you allow them to, like, obviously Alan Jackson, the referee, didn't allow him to go completely. Well, he did go completely out, but didn't like allow more blood to just stagnate in his brain there to put him out for a longer period of time. And when Max let him go, Bogdan's head bounced off the mat, and he just popped right back up. So,
And that's the thing. I mean, it's not even Bogdan being like, no, you didn't get me. We've all been there in the gym where there's a precious thing, and that kind of, you're just drifting out, and then someone lets go and you bounce back, and you don't really know. But let's get back to this fight. ZAC Ford, SHEA Hammond. Very, very close round one. ZAC Ford landed quite a big shot. I think briefly had SHEA Hammond a little wobbled. SHEA Hammond, beautiful left hook cross. He's been...
ZAC Ford, not probably the less assuming...
Yeah, that was quite high.
That was high. ZAC Ford, like, less assuming in terms of his physique, but you got to give the kid credit. He's got power, I think, in his hands.
He's got nice counter punching, good reactions.
And he's really relaxed here. Look, another catch of the kick there.
He could fake that. He's going to drop his hands to catch it and then come over the top.
Watch Hammond for that left hook, right hand combination that he's been throwing.
Again, there it is.
Hammond brings his elbow really high on that right hand, almost as though he's like pumping it out.
Yeah, he's a little bit out of shape, but he's got power on it. Whizzes straight away, interesting. Very, very closely contested fight this. Oh, that left hook was a bit lazy.
It was. And once he's a little...
that kick wasn't.
Yeah, and even if ZAC Ford blocked it with two hands, still some of that concussion went through. Creating collisions, the MMA world.
Yeah, they're very evenly matched in the striking.
I was noticing this earlier on with SHEA Hammond. He reaches for that parry on the jab of ZAC Ford. Maybe ZAC Ford can put something behind it. He does.
I like trying it, but he gave up his back. Now he's got to fight out, walk into the cage. Very intelligent by ZAC Ford.
SHEA Hammond's very, very strong in that body lock as he Bakehouse MMA takes him down and gets the single wrist as well.
Yeah, single wrist control. He's going to keep his weight away. He's got to be careful with the 10th planet fighter, ZAC Ford. He's very dangerous off the floor. Just like that with the Kimura. And he's got that win by submission already.
Now we can see what ZAC Ford can do on top.
Beautiful transitions by ZAC Ford to use that Kimura trap to escape. Because when you wrap your opponent's arms up in a Kimura as a submission, you're not necessarily going to finish it, but they have to respect it, which means you can drive out some of these positions.
As SHEA Hammond had to respect that guillotine attempt. ZAC Ford standing back up.
Oh, sacrifice throw.
Really good work from Hammond in terms of getting the takedowns. And those things will score, even with that lovely Kimura trap there from ZAC Ford. He's still spending a lot of time in dominated positions, and a lot of the damage is going to Hammond as well. He punches through the guard.
He did score the takedown. There's also how effective can ZAC Ford be off his back. We've seen fights on Battle Arena be won by the guy on the floor before. They can just be effective off the back. SHEA Hammond, he's so intelligent. He's not trying to risk anything. He's not trying to pull his arms out. He's not giving a triangle. He's just keeping ZAC Ford square. ZAC trying to push that arm through, trying to set up a triangle, I believe. Maybe look for a rubber guard.
This has got to be hard for SHEA Hammond, because if he overcommits a punch, he knows that he's going to end up getting out of position and possibly giving up a submission to ZAC Ford, who's now going back to that rubber guard.
Yeah, we saw him try a hip bump sweep just a minute ago. It's one of my... Oh, damage at the end. Nice little exclamation point on the round for SHEA Hammond. You see a lot of 10th planet guys will go for that hip bump sweep, so that you post your arm out wide on the mat, which is what they want, to then wrap it with their legs, set up that rubber guard position.
Oh, is that what they do? I was thinking, oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Failing sweeps is like an excellent way of setting up submissions.
Yeah, because usually like I would think like a hip bump sweep to a triangle on the far side of the hip bump.
Exactly.
Which is very, very standard, but like to be able to go up with that rubber guard.
One of my favorites, Steve. Well, I usually sort of skip the rubber guard and go straight for an onward platter. If you can get a bit of momentum in the leg, this far out leg.
I still have yet to see the rubber guard be as effective as I know that it can be. You've
got little inflexible legs. That's the problem.
I know. I'm just thinking about in the MMA Battle Arena cage here. Obviously brought to you here by Prefier Chat.
But this could be the fight. We're about to see ZAC Ford pull it off.
Yeah, it'd be great to see
invisible collar.
Here we come to the third and final round in the flyweight division.
How are you doing? How are you enjoying the emceeing, Steve?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. Get in there, growl a bit, come on out. SHEA Hammond coming out with the kicks again, and the right hand just glances past the chin of ZAC Ford. ZAC Ford staring just lasers through SHEA Hammond.
I have no idea how this fight has been scored so far. This is anyone's going into the third.
I think if you're ZAC Ford, you can't depend on having won either of those rounds.
Yeah.
SHEA Hammond ends on top in both of them.
Nice
so
work.
You have to have some urgency here. Go to your A game.
And he does, Steve. Look, he's got head position. He's the one pressing against the cage.
Can he suck him down into the deep waters that is 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu on the floor? No.
Oh, it goes to the underhook.
Hammond doing well to keep this up.
Yeah, he
Keep
is.
the hips up. No, oh, ZAC Ford down on the hips, and now he's in tight.
I mean, if ZAC Ford can get the takedown and be on top, this could change everything. And he's trying everything he can to do that, just that.
Hammond staying very rooted.
Do you think that holding the wrist, is that a good, legitimate wrestling defense, Steve?
Definitely, because now ZAC Ford can't connect his hands. He's got to free that wrist.
I do enjoy commentating with you, Steve. Learned a lot about wrestling.
I've learned a lot about 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, Chris. I do miss...
we saw some really good 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu earlier. Lockdown at the back.
Yeah. Didn't lead to the victory, unfortunately.
Well,
that's the thing. 10th Planet Banbury having thrown 3 of their fighters into the mix tonight. And they've really got to go hell for leather right now to try to get that first victory of the evening.
Yeah, especially from here. ZAC Ford in a world of trouble. He was doing really well this round, but he got turned around by SHEA Hammond.
SHEA Hammond's happy to just sag on him here. He could be landing knees to the thighs.
Oh, lovely. Just like you said, that's a rib, I think, as well.
Yeah, he went right up into the body here. Now he's got...
Oh, Ford, interesting little trap in the leg from the outside.
That can be done there. That can be done. He's just got to bump the body of Hammond back over, but it's very hard to do as Hammond's got that high body lock.
I'd be interested in what weight they walked in the cage, actually. I just feel like Hammond's a little heavier.
Hammond is massive. He obviously took his weight cut very seriously. Came in incredible shape. ZAC Ford being kind of ragdolled around the cage at the moment. Oh, he goes for a wizard throw there.
Oh, a little hammer fist. Nice, cheeky. Love some dirty boxing.
Good ring generalship as well from SHEA Hammond.
See some, like, that's something I haven't really seen here in the Battle Arena cage. And earlier we saw some palm strikes I hadn't really seen before. People mixing it up.
ZAC Ford looks like he'll be ending 3 rounds on his back. Can he get anything up and off as we end? He's trying to angle for the armbar again.
Oh, what a finish. I'm so glad.
How do you score that?
Gavin Stewart is screaming at the TV somewhere. Incredible, incredible. So close to getting an armbar. Shock armbar finish, but just run out of time. It was super close. Most likely Team Bakehouse have come in here and got the win. Crew from 10th Planet doing very well, but not getting the nod. Maybe. I'm not a judge. Nip my pen.
After 3 rounds of action go to the judges' scorecards, we have a unanimous decision for your winner in the red corner, SHEA Hammond! And he's the representative of ZAC Ford.